Sam, we've never made it to dessert at the Olive Garden.
What?
When you're craving comfortable, familiar Italian-style cooking, where do you go? Well, to Olive Garden, of course. So without any further delay, here are the 10 best Olive Garden menu items to order. Tour of Italy.
I can do a pretty good Italian accent.
You think you could milk me?
The Tour of Italy is the perfect menu item to order if you're having an especially difficult time making up your mind, or even if you just really want to get a sample of all the best items that Olive Garden has to offer in one entree. And really, who doesn't like the idea of 3 dinners in one? While the portions are slightly smaller than you would typically get if you were to order the entrees on their own, there is still more than enough food here to have you loosening your belt by the end of it. The Tour of Italy offers you a taste at their chicken parmigiana, lasagna classico, and fettuccine alfredo, all of which is cooked in house-made sauces prepared fresh by the restaurant every morning.
The sauce, oh Maron, the sauce. Continue.
The lasagna classico is especially decadent, a layer of noodles and gooey cheeses, along with a meat sauce prepared with pan-seared beef and Italian sausage, while the chicken parmigiana may offer a much-needed reprieve from all of that heavy pasta. So if you're in the mood for some classic Italian-American food tonight, but you can't quite make up your mind on the dish, the Tour of Italy at Olive Garden has you covered. And if you do end up deciding that you prefer one of these dishes over another after trying them, then all 3 options come as their own entrees in heaping portions as well, so that the next time you walk into Olive Garden, you'll already have your order picked out. Lasagna Fritta.
What can I get for you?
Okay, what do you want?
Lasagna.
The lasagna fritta is the perfect appetizer for those of you who agree that any food can only be improved by deep frying it. But what exactly is the lasagna fritta? Well, it's lasagna noodles breaded with Parmesan cheese and then fried.
Wow.
Then topped with more Parmesan and a meat sauce containing pan-seared beef and Italian sausage. This perfectly salty and spicy combination of meats brings out the sweetness in the tomatoes perfectly, resulting in a house-made sauce that you need to try at least once. This ambitious little appetizer is lastly placed on top of a bed of creamy Alfredo sauce and served hot to your table. The lasagna fritta is highly recommended to all fans of lasagna who may want to try something a little different, for although the flavors remained familiar enough, the texture of the noodles is changed completely by frying them, while the Alfredo sauce adds a little bit of an extra zing that's a bit rarer to find in any other lasagna-based dish. The lasagna fritta is most certainly large enough to be able to share with friends if you want, and sharing may even be the preferred way of eating it, as filling yourself up on appetizers may just be unavoidable with decadent delights such as this as an option. Shrimp Alfredo.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
If there's one entree that you need to try at Olive Garden at one point or another, it's their iconic Alfredo pastas, offered in a variety of styles.
Have you tried their never-ending pasta bowl?
The shrimp Alfredo has solidified itself as a particular fan favorite over the years, with many pointing out that the subtle flavor of the sautéed shrimp is well complemented by the buttery, creamy Alfredo sauce made in-house with ingredients such as Parmesan and garlic. The shrimp is then tossed with thick, delicious fettuccine, a classic combination sure to please any seafood lover. But that being said, even if shrimp isn't your preference, Olive Garden still has you covered for delicious Alfredo options. The chicken Alfredo comes highly recommended as well, being quite similar to the shrimp Alfredo, but served with grilled chicken slices instead of shrimp. If you're in the mood for a meal with some meat to it, but you aren't an especially big fan of seafood, then the chicken Alfredo is definitely the meal for you. Or if you're seeking a vegetarian option, you can order a simple fettuccine Alfredo, which can also come with your choice of topping for an additional charge. Regardless of what topping you choose for your fettuccine Alfredo, you simply can't go wrong ordering something made from scratch. As we keep moving on, take a second to hit that like button, would ya?
Thank you.
Next!
Eggplant Parmigiana.
Hey, Chris, watch. I bet she orders the eggplant parmesan like it's something fancy.
Yet another menu item that's sure to please the vegetarian in your party. There's just something special about the eggplant parmigiana at Olive Garden. Although eggplant hasn't enjoyed quite the same level of popularity in America as it has in other countries, this ingredient has become a downright staple in Southern Italian cuisine. And so for those who were brought up with it, there's a certain level of homey nostalgia involved in watching that steaming dish of eggplant arrive at your table, or in seeing the way that the eggplant oozes out over your plate when you dig into it with your fork. And for those who may still feel a little unfamiliar around this vegetable, then Olive Garden's eggplant parmigiana may just be the perfect introduction to this superfood. First, the eggplant is breaded by hand, then lightly fried and topped with marinara sauce and a whole ton of gooey, delicious melted mozzarella. Finally, just to round out this perfect little vegetarian entree, Olive Garden offers a side of spaghetti to make sure that you'll be leaving the table feeling full.
Boom, that's spaghetti.
And for a restaurant that prides itself on treating all of its customers like family, what could possibly be better than this vegetarian dish that feels as though it invites you to eat directly from your Italian grandmother's kitchen? Warm Italian donuts.
Donut.
Although this item is currently listed on the Olive Garden menu under the name Warm Italian Donuts, it is possible that you may recognize it under its previous name, zeppoli. A zeppoli is a kind of Italian donut, fried in a style that's similar to a French beignet and then tossed in a vanilla sugar.
Sounds sweet. It is sweet.
Olive Garden then offers two options for dipping your warm Italian donuts into, either a side of raspberry or chocolate sauce, both of which are delicious and provide the perfect amount of moisture for these fluffy little delights. As the first dessert option that we've discussed on this list, this item is perfect for sharing with your friends at the end of the meal. Or you can devour them all yourself if you'd prefer. That's cool too. But in either case, these warm Italian donuts are sure to satisfy anyone with a sweet tooth. Just make sure to eat them all up while they're warm. And if you're looking to make a full experience out of the dessert, why not add a cappuccino to the order? If you're a fan of donuts, this is a must-try dessert next time you're at Olive Garden. Cheese ravioli.
Now describe what you taste.
Cheese.
It's nearly impossible to resist the charms of a good old-fashioned cheese ravioli. After all, who doesn't like their food to be stuffed with cheese?
Olive Garden.
And this entree truly packs in the cheesy goodness with their ravioli stuffed using an indulgent blend of Italian cheeses. You can have this item served vegetarian if you prefer, topping it with their delicious house-made marinara sauce that's sure to add just the right touch of sweetness to this dish. Otherwise, you can also have the cheese ravioli made with a meat sauce if that would be more to your tastes, made with pan-seared beef and Italian sausage. In either case, you can't possibly go wrong, as both sauces are made fresh in-house, and your entire meal is topped with a healthy heaping of melted mozzarella. This menu item is sure to please the most die-hard cheese lover in your family, providing them with simple yet deliciously familiar flavors that are always amplified by Olive Garden's use of fresh, quality ingredients in their house-made sauces. Chicken and shrimp carbonara.
You like seafood, do you?
Make sure you're coming to Olive Garden hungry if you plan on ordering this menu item, because the chicken and shrimp carbonara is huge. Lightly seasoned and sautéed chicken breast served in spaghetti, this heaping pasta dish also comes complete with shrimp, roasted red peppers, and bacon. Yep, you heard right, bacon lovers. The Olive Garden menu's got you covered too.
Shut up and take my money!
The chicken and shrimp carbonara is then tossed in a decadent cream sauce that perfectly accents the flavors of each ingredient, resulting in a rich and filling dish that almost seems to dare you to be able to finish it. And if you can, good on you. For those who just can't bring themselves to choose between the tastes of meat and seafood, the chicken and shrimp carbonara serves as the perfect compromise, packed with cheese and pasta and every last delicious flavor that customers have come to expect from visiting an Olive Garden outlet. So if you're someone who likes to really really enjoy themselves when you go out to eat and you're looking for a rich and decadent meal that truly is the best of everything Olive Garden has to offer, look no further than the chicken and shrimp carbonara. Tiramisu.
No offense, and I just think that I don't ever need to cook tiramisu.
While Italian food may be more known for its main course meals, there is one Italian dessert that is loved the world over. Tiramisu is a classic Italian dessert that you'll often find on the menu of Italian-American restaurants. And yet, despite the dessert's enduring popularity since roughly the 1960s, there is still something particularly special about ordering the tiramisu from Olive Garden. This deliciously creamy custard is nestled delicately upon a bed of espresso-soaked ladyfingers, making for the perfectly energizing end to an incredible meal. And considering tiramisu comes from the Italian word for pick-me-up, it also seems like the perfect opportunity to relax with a Lavazza espresso from Olive Garden. But whether you choose to order an espresso with your dessert or not, there can be no denying that the tiramisu at Olive Garden just works. The sharp bite of the espresso providing the perfect contrast against the sweet creaminess of the custard. What's more is there are countless copycat recipes you can find online for making Olive Garden's tiramisu.
Hello, fellas. Let's get to work.
Though it's not much different from other tiramisu recipes, it'll be a lot more fun to tell your friends it's the Olive Garden version. Fried mozzarella.
Fried? Oh!
When ordering a round of appetizers for the table, it can sometimes be difficult for everyone to agree on what they would like. But fortunately, for all tastes, Olive Garden's fried mozzarella has been a popular crowd pleaser for years. Sure, some people may cry and say this isn't even close to Italian food. But does that really matter if it's delicious? Let's be honest, deep frying anything will take it to the next level. Just go to your local state fair for a fried Snickers bar. Whether you're vegetarian or an out-and-proud carnivore, fried mozzarella has been served for years as the common ground appetizer that everyone just seems to enjoy, provided they aren't lactose intolerant, that is. As far as what the dish consists of, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like: breaded and lightly seasoned mozzarella that's been fried and then served along with a dipping cup of house-made marinara sauce.
Dip, 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 dip.
The sauce is an absolute must when you're ordering this item, as it provides the perfect balance of sweetness in the tomato to cut against the pure, savory glory that is a plate full of fried cheese. This dish is so rich and filling that it was made to be shared amongst the table. But that being said, there's no reason you can't just enjoy a full plate to yourself to kick off your entree. But however you wind up enjoying it, just make sure to wash this one down with a nice cold beverage, because this is one indulgent appetizer. Chicken Parmigiana.
Chicken parm is chicky parm parm.
This is a classic Italian dish that is loved by many Americans, and Olive Garden does it right. When you're craving a sizable portion of meat with your meal, Olive Garden's Chicken Parmigiana has got you covered. These two tender and juicy chicken breasts are breaded with Parmesan before being lightly fried and downright smothered in that delicious house-made marinara sauce. A heaping helping of Italian cheese are then melted over the chicken. And if you're ordering this item for dinner, then the whole thing is served with a side of delicious spaghetti.
Spaghetti angel! I'm making a spaghetti angel!
While it is a simple dish, it's the combined flavors that make this an Olive Garden favorite for so many. It's one of the most ordered dishes by far at all Olive Garden locations. The warm and familiar flavors are sure to make you feel right at home the moment you take a bite. Maybe not as good as Grandma's, but come on, nothing is. And after all, what could possibly be more comforting than a little bit of Grandma's home-style cooking at a restaurant chain?
It is the best.
What's your Olive Garden favorite? Let us know, and stay for seconds with another great BabbleTop video.